Hey YouTube, coming at you with a Great League team from earlier in the season from Cooper Trooper, who says, "Hey Dan, appreciate all the work with your content. I consider myself a casual player given I've only played when life permits. I hit veteran consistently in the 25 to 2600 range. Probably could get a little farther if I had a little more games to play. With all the meta changes, DEWGONG feels stronger than ever. I agree. Arguably among the best safe swaps currently. I agree. Serperior puts out consistent pressure and damage to the surplus of ground and water Pokemon dominating the meta, and clodsire rounds out the team here, making a solid closer. Went 7-3, one win I left out. Definitely made a couple mistakes and could have salvaged at least 2 or 3 losses with better play. I don't consider myself a great battler, but just wanted to showcase the team. Feel free to critique. I promise you won't say anything worse than I've already said myself. Take care. Looking forward to more of your videos." So thank you for the submission. What he said, like literally everything is on par here, right? I agree. DEWGONG is probably one of the better safe swaps. Actually, if you watched my video yesterday morning, I basically said DEWGONG is probably one of the best safe swap, top 4 safe swaps in the Great League right now. I said we're looking for a grass type Pokemon to dominate because we got a lot of ground, we got a lot of water. Serperior has always been one of the better ones because it is very, very bulky and has Frenzy Plant. Air Lace is not great, but Frenzy Plant and Vine Whip is enough when you are that bulky. And then Cloudscar is #1 ranked Pokemon because Poison Sting got buffed. And this team has super bulk all around. So I imagine that this team will work very, very well. We're looking at an old school Pokemon here. Uh-oh, did you speed it up and I sped it up? Because these are going fast. Okay, that's okay. Could be an Ice Punch. So you're going to shield this. You'll get to the move before because counter got nerfed. So did the damage get nerfed or did the energy get nerfed on counter? I forget what got nerfed on counter. But you're going to outpace either way. You can also just go Aerial Ace at this point. You're just going straight Frenzy. Aerial Ace is super effective, so it probably would take out from this range. They go into Primarina. You instant swap into DEWGONG, and out comes a Greninja. So Night Slashes are going to come pretty quick, but this thing is very glossy. So Drill Run will land. Again, Night Slash will come through. Won't take you out. Can they get to a third before you get to move? No. Throw in the Icy Wind here. I don't know if that was a mistake or worried about a catch or something, but they are not going to get caught. I don't know what you're doing here. You're just giving them a couple. Yeah, okay. This is the only thing I'd say. I don't know if that was a miss. You're going to win anyways because you'll survive a Hydro and you resist the charms. I don't know if that was a misclick, but there's no point of giving your opponent 3 extra charms there. You just come in Clodsire right away, especially Clodsire, which is a poison which resists the fairy, because all you did was allow them to get to a Hydro. Again, you'll live a Hydro from this range, and charm is resisted, so they're not going to get to another one, so you're going to win with ease. But yeah, you can't give up those 3 extra charms there. Okay, Serperior into Fairthorn. Okay, this one's a little trickier. Depends what they have. If they have like a steel type move, you're probably behind. Like a Mirror Shot, probably not. Power Whip, okay, so they don't have anything much. You have Air Lace, which is neutral, but it's non-stab. It's a bad move. It is neutral, but these Vine Whips are double resisted. Again, you don't really want to go anywhere because, I mean, Clodsire would be okay. You're still taking neutral from Clodsire because you have ground, and then DEWGONG takes super effective. So obviously you just kind of stay in this matchup. You don't need to safe swap anything. They kind of, the back line is strong enough to balance each other out. DEWGONG weak to fighting and electric. Clodsire will deal with that, so you don't need to leave here. Getting off another Aerial Ace. What was the first game? This game seems like normal speed that I would normally do, but the first one seemed very fast. Okay. Going to shield up the Power Whip, and they come in with Charizard. So going to come in with DEWGONG. Are you going to shield the potential Blast Burn? Yeah, going to shield the potential Blast Burn, knowing that you're going to get an Icy Wind off. You want to do, to minimize their energy, do 1 Ice Shard and then the Icy Wind here. But I saw you didn't, so for future reference, do that. They will land a Blast Burn here. You already lowered their attack. It's a non-shadow, so it's not going to take you out. You did CMP, so they've got a little bit of an advantage here because they can just let this go and just run with what's in the back with the shield advantage. That's what I would do, and that's what so far they are doing. What are they going to come with? Oh, they need to throw ASAP. I don't know what, like, they need to get the Serperior out of here, doing double super effective Vine Whips. And now you get a second, you got to move off just an Aerial Ace, but this will chip. Are they trying for the aggressive farm down here? It's not going to happen. And then they try to come in here. Ferrothorn, you now get the farm down, and then they're going to have to throw energy. But at this point, the damage is done. They're going to have to dump a Hydro. So, yeah, the opponent played it wrong. They need to, like, dump that Hydro on, save the shield, and dump the Hydro immediately on Serperior. You cannot take all that extra damage. They're not even going to, okay, maybe they'll see the Clodsire here, but not in any sort of situation that matters here. Serperior into Azumarill. So great lead, bubble resisted. Ice Beam will still be neutral, but you're just going to outpace here. They come in, Mandibuzz. This is an easy alignment so far. They'll get to a Dark Pulse. You're super tanky, so you'll less than 50%. Yeah, way less than 50%. 1 and throw. Oh yeah, wait, right. Snarl and Ice Shards are the same fast move duration, 3, so it does not matter whether you do 1 and throw or 2 and throw or whatever, just throw, because there's no fast move optimization on mirror turn moves with the same move duration. Lower their attack, so here comes the next Dark Pulse. Oof, and that does not a lot. And you could live another one. We just saw that this Dark Pulse does not add up enough to take you out. And now Snarl's not going to do anything. You can just farm down. Yeah. Shield and switch. Get the drill run off. Opting just to try and do that chip damage. Bubble's resisted. You may even get to a second one here. Yeah. So they're just going to commit to the farm down, as they should. Just commit to the farm down, take these moves, come out with an Ice Beam. Superior's going to come in. They'll have an Ice Beam loaded. You have a shield advantage, so it's fine. I did notice this team is double weak to ice. I didn't kind of mention that at the beginning. Serperior and Clodsire are both weak to ice. So that is a potential team weakness depending on what you have. But otherwise, this is just a hard counter. Now get the ground on the fire. Again, this and the Shadow Ball will still hurt a lot. Okay, now you're just going to go for the CMP on the number 2. So you have to shield here. Or you know how to count. Wow. Did you know that it was only a disarming voice? Am I the only one in GBL who does not know how to count? Like, what is happening here? Why are all these people that I showcase, which are ranked so much lower than me, know how to count perfectly? Okay, nice snipe here with Serperior. You grab the shield with Clodsire. You'll live an Ice Beam. Oh, I was upset you have a shield anyways, but you'll live this Ice Beam. But get the Frenzy off for the win. Right, this is the strength of the bulk team like this is that you can kind of use your shields on anyone that you want and just kind of see how the matchup's playing out and go from there. So that's what I like about bulky teams. This is a neutralish lead. You're doing neutral with the Frenzies and Vine Whips. They're doing neutral with the Smackdowns, but they will have Flamethrower, which will be super effective. So slight advantage to the Bastiodon. Just so tanky, just taking that with ease. You'll live a Flamethrower if you really just want to let it go. And they come in with the Tropius. So good heads up. Getting a double super effective move off. No, single. But now we're going to get... No! No. You have a double super effective Ice Shard Icy Wind. It is grass and flying, so double weak to ice that you could have just absolutely punished this. Now, it is looking like a Bastiodon double Razor Leaf for team, right? Bastiodon lead, Tropius with Razor Leaf coming in here. And there's your second one. So it looks like you'll have some play with it anyways. But you could have easily gotten your Clodsire on the Bastiodon and just walled it. So yeah, don't love that. If you come Serperior to resist, you're going to come DEWGONG. But now these are going to add up. And if they acid spray you, you have to shield anything. But if they acid spray you, now you're in trouble and going to take a lot of damage here. And now you might like almost want to instant swap because taking super effective smackdowns, yeah. So you'll get to the frenzy. I can like see you panicking as you're playing right now, realizing how you've kind of messed up this matchup. You got a shield. Now the question is, who's going to win to the next move? You still have 3 more to go. They should be pretty loaded here. Okay, you do win by a couple. Okay, yeah. Obviously, next time, DEWGONG, double super effective against the Flyer Grass. Clodsire, easy alignment on Bastiodon when you can get it too. That one was much closer than it should have been. Okay. Now, does this Clodsire have Sludge Bomb or does it have Stone Edge? Because if it's Sludge Bomb, you're in trouble. If it's Stone Edge, it's more neutral. Judging by how much they're going up, maybe it's Stone Edge here. It is Stone Edge, so you'll live. Going to swap, which is kind of interesting because now you just swapped into something that's taken a super effective move and now you just burned a shield and you're going to potentially have some, okay. Yeah, again, this is kind of like a weird neutral one where their claws are doing neutral, but their charge moves are resisted while your ice shards are resisted and your drill runs are neutral. But the claws are adding up and these hydros are still going to hurt. I don't truly know why you gave up switch there. It was a neutral. Again, you don't need to give up switch on this team. It's not like an ABB style team. Going for the resisted icy wind here too. I don't know about that because your ice shards are resisted. Okay, they do shield, which is surprising. I guess icy wind probably would have taken out from that range anyways. And now they come back in their clodsire. What is happening in this matchup? Okay. Now you just come in and take a super effective earthquake. You'll get one on your own off. Okay. Back to my initial. There's a lot going on that I just keep getting distracted by these battles. Okay. Problem number 1. You gave up a Serperior lead when you did not need to. Serperior versus Clodsire is very evenish. You're trying to get out. You're not going to get out. Yeah, you should be able to. You should count that. Oh my goodness. I got to stop. I got to stop the battle. I got like 4 things going on that I need to talk about now. Okay. Number 1. This team is balanced. You do not need to get out of a generally neutral matchup. Not only did you get out of a neutral matchup, you did the worst thing that you can do. You took the super effective poison on the Serperior because it's grass taking super effective from the poison. Yet you then got out while it had energy to take that you then need to shield a super effective Stone Edge, right? If you wanted to get out of that matchup, you get out immediately. Again, I don't think you need to. Serperior versus Clodsire is a very evenish matchup, so you don't need to do that. Mid game there, yeah, not much you can do. They came in with their Feraligatr. I think draw 1 first is correct. I'm fine with going icy. I was like, why did you go icy when you could go icy wind? Because that's fine. Then there was a lot of jumping around here. When you got back into your Serperior, they came back into their Clodsire. And then again, you came in to a matchup in a mirror match where you're behind on energy. And that's not a good situation to be in a mirror match that has super effective moves and you have the same shield scenario. So you had the same shield scenario with this where they're getting to a super effective move before you because they have energy advantage. And then in this last one, I don't know a lot of counts, but Shadow Claw to Hydro is 5. There's some that you just need to know. I'm fine with you not knowing a lot of them, but this is one that you need to know on Feraligatr. 5 Shadow Claws to a Hydro. You need to be able to count. You need to recognize that they're going to get to the move instead of just trying to get farmed down here. So this loss and jump off in the back with a shield advantage is going to just wipe up what's left here. So yeah, so this loss was all over the place. Definitely some things to redo in the next matchup. Okay, Diggersby, great lead. It is ground. They'll probably get out into something. It is a dragon and you have an ice, so this is good. these do add up. Body Slam is nerfed, and they can't throw Aqua Tail, so you're in a pretty good situation here, right? That Body Slam nerf really hurts Dragonair in this specific matchup, so much so that you're going to undercharge this. They shield. I'm surprised they shield. I don't even know if I like that undercharge because these Dragon Breaths are still adding up. I know you want to try and come up with some energy, and I get it, but like you're putting yourself in a really sketchy situation here, like way closer than it needs to be. I understand what you're trying to do there. Looks like you're just going to have hard counter anyways in the end here, but I know what you're trying to do, but I don't know if I like that. Just like you can undercharge a bit, but that was too much of an undercharge. And now you get the poison on the fairy. It is running Meteor Mash though. I've seen a few Clefable running Meteor Mash, and now you rightfully kind of know they're trying to catch. Could have Fire Punch, but it's a non-stab from a Diggersby. It's going to do like a third. I was about to say you shield because you have a shield advantage, so you can shield, but like it's going to do nothing to you, so you don't need to worry too much about the Fire Punch. So Frenzy, they shield, and then they top left because yeah, it's basically a hard counter team. Okay, Sandslash, terrible lead. If this is Claw, you're still kind of at a weird spot here because the Claws are neutral, your Ice Shards are resisted, Drill Run from them is neutral, but Drill Run from you is super effective, so they may get out here. Yep, that's actually very smart of your opponent. Pretty smart in your opponent's play. Taking the resisted Ice Shards on the Steel, getting a neutral Claws and Drill Run off, chipping you, so that now in the what is generally a neutral Dewgong Azumarill matchup, they now have the advantage that you're already chipped. And so they can keep alignment on their Serperior with ease. So really good play from your opponent here. I don't like this because now you just give up switch to come in, take a, I was going to say ice super effective Ice Beam, but they didn't. But now you're just walled here. So one, I don't know why they threw if it wasn't an Ice Beam. And two, why would you give up switch just to come into this matchup and get killed anyways? Because it's not like you have, again, ice is, you're double weak to ice. Maybe that's why. But Clodsire would have such a better matchup because you could at least have Earthquake on this thing. So here's, I guess, sort of the problem. And you're saved it because you have a Drill Run here. And maybe you want to just get this Drill Run off. And now you just got to try to shield Clodsire in the back. Depending on what they have in the back, you actually may win this. They threw a Play Rough, which means they probably don't have Ice Beam. They may have Hydro, but I have not been counting, so I have no idea what they're at. It is a Hydro, so that's an easy shield. And it is a Toxapex in the back, so you're very lucky it's a Toxapex in the back. Both doing resisted poison moves. You have a super effective Earthquake. They have super effective Brine, but Brine is straight up garbage. So you're at a pretty good advantage here. Now, while I was talking, I again remember that you were double weak to ice. So what I think happened was you were just worried that if your Dewgong goes down, tried to catch there and did not catch properly. If your Dewgong goes down, you are double weak to the Sandslash anyway, so you just came in with Serperior. If that's the case, I think you come in with Clodsire, because at least Clodsire has an Earthquake or even a neutral Stone Edge. Neutral Stone Edge or super effective Earthquake to deal with that. They may try and catch, but okay. Get off the Earthquake. How much do they have left on the Azumarill? Does Azumarill have energy? No, you lost by a couple bubbles. Yeah. So one, you're double weak to ice, and you saw an ice. So that's tough. I get that. It's tough. But if you're going to give up switch there, if you're trying to keep the Dewgong alive to keep the Drill Run alive, like Serperior just has nothing to throw against a Sandslash, at least come Clodsire where you can at least throw some charge moves. I know you're kind of showing your last Pokemon, but if you're going to switch lock yourself anyways, I'd rather do it on a Pokemon that actually has some play. And speaking about no play, immediately get hit with the Feraligatr, which is, again, okay. They can just outpace you with the Claws and Hydros if they want. And going to shield up the Hydro and then throw the Icy Wind. They let it go. knowing that even a Drowan probably wouldn't take them out. Now you'll live the Hydro. I mean, you'll live the Hydro anyways. And just going straight Icy Wind. Could you beat this? Can you beat this thing just going straight Icy Wind? Because the claws are adding up, but not much anymore. And Hydra's resisted. So you'll get to a... In the 2 shield, you're going to get to another move here. This is really interesting. Huh. I would not have thought to play this out like this. Can they claw down before you get to a move? Yes, they can. But... And you are double weak to... Yeah, double weak to ice, not water. But they are like, what, 3 times lowered now? So it is a super effective ice beam, but like doesn't do as much. Oh, and it's a... That's pretty rough in the back too. So yeah, so their front and back Pokemon just kind of walled you. You definitely wanted the other way around. Now you got a shield, but then at this point, Mandibuzz is just too tanky. It should take out the rest here. They did just actually go Earth Power, so that's nice for you. Just going straight Earthquake, throwing it right away because assuming that the Dark Pulse won't take you out. Ooh, this is going to be super close. If you're living with like a couple HP here. Okay, enough to get a Stone Edge off. Now, can they snarl down or can you get to another Stone Edge or force their energy? Going to Instant Swap. Because they're going to have to get to probably 2 Aerial Aces. Yes, it's super effective, but it's still Aerial Ace. So it's probably not going to take out Serperior from this range. So they're probably going to have to throw back to back because they're not going to be able to snarl down. And now, can they snarl down before you get to a Stone Edge? Or can they get to a 3rd Aerial Ace? They get to a 3rd Aerial Ace. That was just a really tough team comp. There's not much. If anything, I was actually just kind of interested in that mid game there. Just going straight Icy Wind was kind of... You almost flip switch there, so that was kind of just interesting to see. Okay, kind of a weird one. Claws doing neutral, Shadow Ball will do neutral. Your Vine Whips are resisted, but Aerial Ace is super effective. So, yeah, kind of a weird one. If Shadow Ball lands, they can basically claw down. And the Shadow Ball did go through. They'll have to shield an Aerial Ace here, but they can just commit to the claw down. Shield and claw down in the 0 to 1 here. And they do. And then you give up switch. Okay. Okay. You're getting... making a lot of noises here. You got the shield advantage. So you're going to lose switch anyways. There's losing switch, and then there's switch locking yourself, losing switch. And going for an undercharge here to take a super effective Stone Edge. I don't know about that. I think you undercharge too much. You try and get too fancy, honestly. So they're double weak to ice already. I'll give my thoughts at the back end of this. But no, you have to come Clodsire. You got to save Serperior as like a potential catch here. Just like that. You had to save it as a potential catch. So there's your 3rd shield. Goodbye, Serperior. You're my 1st shield. Here comes a 2nd shield. They're going to try and catch. At this point, you just let everything go here because you're only worried about the Hydros. So Shadow Ball, yeah, that hurts. But whatever. We're just commit to the farm down. Thank you for letting me get all that energy. Shielding this up. I would actually just go straight Earthquake. Because I feel like going Stone Edge is one of your only lose cons here, quite honestly. Yeah, you just go straight Earthquake, right? You're gonna outpace this thing. It was not smart to go. You just go straight Earthquake, because you're basically always at 2 Earthquakes. And again, this was like one of your only potential lose cons was them not shielding a Stone Edge, and now you have to scramble to get to still 2 more. So just go double Earthquake there, especially with a 2 to 1 shield advantage. So yeah, there's giving up switch. You're gonna lose the lead because they did exactly what they wanted to do. They could have just shield and they could have farmed down with Shadow Claw. But to give up switch there, come into DEWGONG, which would take super effective from the grass type moves, and then allow them to align on the Pokemon, which they didn't align well with clodsire. But I don't know if I make that switch. I think that's something that I probably would not do. I would just go down and then align how I want to. And I probably come clodsire to absorb that damage as opposed to coming in DEWGONG and taking a super effective seed bomb. So a couple things I would do differently there. Not the worst gameplay I've seen though. Not at all. Not far at all. You said you're a 2600. Did you say you were 2600? Yeah, 2600 consistently hit 2600. Yeah, I agree with that. Based on those matchups, you're definitely not in the ace 2200 range. There's a significant difference. Having showcasted a lot of battles now, you can see the difference between those who are like 2000 to 2200 versus 2500 versus like 2800 versus legend. There's a very distinct difference in the skill sets at all these levels. And this is pretty much on par with that. You made some mistakes on some swap ins. I think you're over aggressive on the swaps. I know it's a 50-second timer now, so I am more aggressive on the 50-second timer, but not as aggressive as you are. I think you're over aggressive. I think you're getting too cute with the undercharges. Just take out. I know you're trying to like come out with some energy on this DEWGONG for the secondary matchup, but like you're getting too cute with these undercharges. I would just probably take these Pokemon out. So just little things like that I would probably do differently. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. I think I'm probably going to combo your battles and my battles this week. I don't know how many teams I'm going to run this week. I have not, because of you may have seen a battle this morning, so I'm filming this in advance, but you may have seen my team this morning and then this one this afternoon. Like that's my plan. But I have not played for like 4 days now with Psychic Cup and Master League on. I haven't played in 4 days, so got to get back into the swing of things. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.